welcome inside another episode of the Sherwood Park Crusaders pregame show. My name is Zach Marks. Please be bringing you this one here in the Randy Rosen rink, where just behind me the Sherwood Park Crusaders are getting their morning skate underway as they get set to take on the Camrose Kodiaks. Now, Sherwood Park dropped a 3-2 decision to the Bonnyville Pontiacs last night right here at the Randy Rosen rink. Goals from Luke Lisco and Brendan Cooney in the third period weren't enough to complete the comeback as the Pontiacs stretched their lead in the North Division to 3 points over the Crusaders for third place in the standings. Sherwood Park will look to bounce back and create a 1-point gap with the game in hand with a win over the Kodiaks here tonight. Now, Sherwood Park enters tonight's matchup with a record of 23-16-3-1. Meanwhile, the Kodiaks, they're 20-23-2-0, good enough for fifth place in the South Division, tied with the Canmore Eagles, albeit with a game in hand on the Eagles for the Kodiaks, which will take place here tonight at the Encana Arena. Now, the last time these two teams saw each other was right here at the Sherwood Park Arena. Sherwood Park skating away with a 5-1 win on a Sunday afternoon in a game that Camrose struck early, but from there it was all Sherwood Park. 5 goals, 4 of which coming in the back half of the first period. Fifth goal added in the second period. Logan Howard's first career AJHL hat-trick coming in that game as well, as the Crusaders pick up 2 points against their South Division opponents, and they'll look to do the same here tonight. Now let's head to the pregame interview with head coach Evan McFeeters on how he felt his team performed last night and what the benefits are of getting right back on the horse here tonight. Joined on the Crusaders pregame show by head coach Evan McFeeters. Evan, a 3-2 loss to the Bonnyville Pontiacs last night. Walk me through your team's performance.
Slow start came to bite us at the end of the game. A bit of a sleepy start from both teams. I think we were feeling each other out, trying to make sure that we didn't, on both sides, not make the mistake that cost a goal. And it was tight checking, and there was very little offense generated, and they got through in the first period, then they added one in the second period, and we finally started to play a little bit quicker in the third period. We're getting a little bit of a pattern here, and we don't play our best until our backs are against the wall or we get slapped in the face. So last night, hopefully it was the slap in the face that can get us going for a good start today.
Quick bounce back. What are the benefits of being right back into the action?
Well, yeah, we get right back in the action. We get to go in the Camrose into a fun building to play in, where the game seems to be a little bit faster there, where the boards are actually round instead of rectangle like we got to live in this little dungeon here. So we can play a little bit quicker and get some good puck touches. But like you said, it's right back on the horse here, and our start's imperative, and we're done talking about it in their dressing room. We need to see a little bit more action in the first 20 minutes.
You got the South Division opponent in Camrose. What are you expecting out of them tonight?
Yeah, I think we see them once, right? And they're kind of coming out of a bit of a slump when we saw them here in our building. We jumped on them in that game pretty early. We scored 4 goals in the first period, and it'll be a different matchup tonight. Every night's different. We know that their goaltending's been shored up since the trade deadline, so we'll go look back at all the video from our previous game, saw where our success came from. But like every night I talk to you, Zach, it's about our internal process and building and taking steps forward. Last night we took a bit of a step backwards, and we get to address it quickly tonight. And I think for us it's just gaining that killer instinct with a younger team and just maturing. We've got 17 games left before it really, really counts here. And for us to take the next step as a team here, we got to get that killer instinct that we can jump on teams early.
What's the message to the room as we go down the stretch towards the postseason?
Yeah, we're building for the postseason here. As we want to make sure that we're peaking the first week in March, and it's all about, like I mentioned last week, winning the week, and then building in the small short-term goals, because the playoffs happen quick. I've seen it at a long run last year. I've seen some other runs in the past here where you play such important games and such high intense games in a short 10-day period, and that's your season. And we put a lot of work into this group here, and the players have put a lot of work in here, that they have high expectations, and there's a lot of potential in our group. So we want to make sure that we go through these growing pains and build up some battle tissue here going into when the game's it's win or go home. So that's the mentality we want to instill in our room here. Like, as much as we're going as a midweek game in a non-divisional opponent, whether their jerseys are white, black, gray, or green, we got to make sure that we're going and putting our foot forward. So when we have that playoff mentality in the playoffs, we can just start going through it with regular season victories here.
All right, thanks for this, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Zach.
And that'll do it for another episode of the Sherwood Park Crusaders pregame show. Puck drop is 7 p.m. from the Encana Arena in Camrose, Alberta. You can catch the action on Hockey TV. For all of us in the Crusaders organization, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you at puck drop.